Karen Tynas?
Here.
Rod Parrish?
Here.
Tim Parrish?
Here.
Justin Kronsky?
Here.
Lita Drain?
Here. All right, public comments related to agenda items only, limit 3 minutes. Any comments? Okay, then we'll go right to number 5. Review and approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting dated Thursday, February 11th.
So moved. I'll second.
Any discussion? No discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries, thank you.
You got a bad date on there,
Where?
on the minutes. So February 11th, 2020.
Oh, I should say 2021.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Review and approval of the road district funds transfers of appropriations, there's 2.
So moved. Right? And
Yep.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Do you want to, I don't know what the rule is, in the past, we've done them individually, do we have to vote them differently, separately?
Should be, the amount should be stated in the motion.
Okay.
Can I see what you have?
Sure.
You have separate.
We have 2 for the PHR and 2 for the town. 3 for the town, I'm sorry.
You should
Do them
adopt them
separately? Okay.
Yeah, in the motions.
Okay. So the first one is transferring $4,100 from contingency to the, what is this?
Utilities.
Utilities, thank you. Any discussion? Johnny, can we get a roll call, please?
Karen Tynas?
Yes.
Rod Parrish?
Yes.
Tim Parrish?
Yes.
Justin Kronsky?
Yes.
Lita Drain?
Yes. Okay, the second one?
Motion carried.
Motion carries, thank you. So can we get a motion on the second one, please? No?
No, in the amount of,
Oh, in the amount of $30,000.
transfer from what to?
Transfer from salaries to road improvements. So can we get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Oh, second.
Discussion?
What is the need? Why does it need to go from, why do we need to take money from salaries and go to road improvements?
For 7 years, we've been working on a storm sewer improvement in and around Lakemore, Wagner Road, and Fritzy Roads. And the only outlet available to us is a piece of land that is for sale along Wagner Road. And this is to buy that piece of land.
Did you already purchase the land? Didn't I see that in here somewhere?
No, well, I need this authorization to purchase the land. It's the only spot available that's low enough to accommodate the outlet of the storm sewer.
Are we out of road improvement money?
Almost. There's not this much left in there.
Okay, fine.
Will it hurt salaries at all, or
No.
how do you adjust for that, I guess?
We're down 3 guys, or 3 people right now, as of last fall. So, it takes time to find qualified people, so we're not hurting our salary department this year.
it's all just like the move, we're able to reallocate and everything. Okay.
The bottom line stays the same, we're just
Yes,
doing the shuffle.
yes.
We get a roll call, please.
Justin Franski,
Yes.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinus,
Yes.
Rita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries. So number 7, review and approval of the town fund transfer and appropriations. The first one is for the assessor's office, moving $216 from contingency to publication and subscriptions. Can we get a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Anyone else?
I'll second.
Discussion?
What subscriptions and publications are you paying for? Assessor kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's for CoStar. We pay it monthly, but this year they had a price increase and it didn't come through till after the last budget.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinus,
Yes.
Justin Franski,
That's annual increase of the 200 and whatever mark, or?
No, that's just what I ended up being short on from what I had budgeted in there. So the overall increase isn't that much.
So
You know, monthly.
over the course of a year or whatever, that is the difference. Okay, that'll be yes. Thank you.
Rita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries, thank you. The second one is also for the assessor's office. It's moving $4,084 from contingency to computer expense. Can you get a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Second,
Second.
discussion? Nothing?
That was that bill in there, what was that for, Mark?
What's that?
That $4,800?
Oh, yeah, that's for, it's an add-on feature for our camera system. It's actually for 5 licenses, so out of the people that are in the office, you could have 5 different people that are using that feature in the program.
So they can all be logged in at the same time?
Yeah.
So you only had 4 before, if you're just,
This is an add-on feature, so rather than buying it for all 9 workstations, I only pay for 5. So it's for 5 workstations. So if somebody comes in, and a lot of people have multiple login pages, if you will, so as long as everybody takes one in the office and then signs in another time, there's enough for each person.
There's
in the
enough.
office.
okay.
Roll call, please.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinus,
Yes.
Justin Franski,
Yes.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Rita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries. And the final one is for the supervisor's office, moving $750 from contingency to board of trustees. We had a couple of extra, oh, sorry. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank
I'll
you.
second.
Discussion? We had a
What's it
couple.
for, Lita?
Yeah.
Well, with Lee's passing, we had a couple extra meetings, so it went over.
We do, I never even really keep track, so we get paid every,
Every meeting.
I mean, I know there's supposed to be 12.
Right.
So if there's extra, I never really paid attention if we got paid for an extra meeting or not.
Yes.
Is that mandatory? Couldn't we waive it?
You could?
Okay, well, we can talk about it budget time.
Okay. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Karen Tinus,
Yes.
Justin Franski,
Yes.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Rita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries. Number 8, township warrants for approval for payment in the amount of $18,708.87.
So moved.
I'll second.
Discussion? Nothing? Roll call, please.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinus,
Yes.
Justin Franski,
Yes.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Rita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries. Number 9, road district warrants for approval for payment in the amount of $72,668.30.
So moved.
I'll second.
Discussion?
Might get a couple lunches in there, just curious what they're for. One's Carlos River with 4 entrees, and then one is for Giorgio's carryout pizza, just curious what those are for.
We had the sheriff's deputies at the road district building a freestanding mezzanine, and I bought them lunch, actually, the entire week.
And so do the inmates, right?
The inmates and the deputies. Yeah, we had 2 inmates, 2 deputies.
You also had a bill in there for $1,200 for some trees at Henry. What are those for?
Them were for subdivision association off of Lily Lake Road. The grant money available to us was not enough to accommodate landscape or tree replacement. So that was our tree replacement program on Lily Lake Road.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
The Weaker Road grant, $30,000 is what you talked about before, right? That punching through that piece of land in order to get the egress to get the water to daylight?
Yes, sir.
Roll call, please.
Justin Bronski,
Yes.
Karen Tinus,
Yes.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Rita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries. Number 10, approval of the April 13, 2021 Nunda Annual Town Meeting Agenda and notice.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Should be another.
One thing, there's a rumor that the governor may be delaying it again, but I don't know. If he does, if he keeps it the same, then the county's health department can give the okay like it did last time when after the fact, but there is a chance that he's gonna.
So that doesn't carry over? We'd have to redo it, it'd be
Right.
another proclamation.
Yeah, well, the agenda would go forward.
No, the
but-
letter from the health department before.
Oh, it would be a new one, cause it would have to
It did-
reference another
Okay.
one, because it was specific to the 2020, annual
Okay.
meetings. I don't see why they couldn't go forward personally, but that's the rumor that I've heard, that it could be delayed, so I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor?
What time was it?
I'm sorry? 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, number 11, motion to post preliminary budgets for all town, general assistance, cemetery, and all road and bridge funds on March 12th for public review. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I'm assuming, we will want to do a budget workshop.
That would be outstanding.
How does
Even if
April
it's
3rd look
expedient.
for anybody? April 3rd at 7 o'clock?
Wait. Isn't that?
I'm sorry, April 8th. That'll be the week before the
That's a
meeting.
Thursday?
The Thursday before the meeting. Does that work for everybody?
Wait. Okay, so there is no regular, that would have been our normal regular meeting
Yeah,
time,
right.
but with, because of the town meeting, okay, got it. It works for me, does everyone else good with that?
I'm most likely gonna be out of town on the 8th.
Okay. maybe if you have any questions, we could just meet before. Is that okay?
Yeah, that'd be fine. We could either, if we have everything together, then I could review it.
It's in your
ask
packet.
Questions before that, or even
Yeah.
if you guys have a meeting on the 8th, maybe I could review the stuff and we could chat prior to our meeting
All the budgets are in the packet.
on the 3rd. Okay?
Does that work for you, Rob and Tim?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Would you, if you're out of town, can you phone in? If you,
I could either phone in, or it's possible I could be here. I need to be in Alabama by the next morning, so I don't know when I'm gonna cut out. But yeah, either or, either I could maybe come and leave from here, or I could phone in from my truck.
okay.
All right, did we get all in favors?
Rob?
Yes.
Any opposed? Nope, motion carries. Number 12, approval of the expenditure of MFT funds for the highway department. This is still a motion, right? Motion? I mean, roll call.
This will be roll call, yes.
What is, do you have?
So the MFT funds,
So do you need a motion?
we need a motion.
That's so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion? Can we get a roll call, please?
Justin Franski,
Yes.
Rod Parrish,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinis,
Yes.
Rita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries. Number 13, ordinance number 3-11-21-01, abating a portion of the annual town fund tax here to levied for the fiscal year beginning April 1st, 21 and ending March 31st, 22 on all taxable property in Nunda Township in the amount of $100,000. We get a motion,
So make the motion.
who,
and then Justin.
I'll second them.
Any discussion?
It's fantastic. It's good work.
Yep, I agree.
Good work.
Anything else?
Good.
All right, can we get a roll call, please?
Justin Franski,
Yes.
Rod Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinis,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Rita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries. Any new business?
wait 1 second,
I'm sorry, Johnny.
we had no discussion on that.
No.
Okay, no.
Just fantastic.
Okay,
I have a new business question. It's my impression that with the results of our primary, that there's really no vote to be had at the general election.
Correct,
So is there still an election?
correct.
Yes.
If there's literally no decision to be made, is there a way to motion to not have the election if there's only one person running in each category?
It's school board.
Okay.
No. The township, you're asking just relative to the township.
Correct.
So the township still has to have the election, the county clerk has to have an election for that office, or for those offices.
Okay.
Even though the primary candidates move to the general the consolidated election, and at the consolidated election, they still have to have that election, or else, there is no winner, because the winner has to win the consolidated election, not the primary.
Okay.
Anything else?
So we had no new business. Correct. Well, what about the Easter egg hunt? Just, you're gonna have a rain date. Is there a time for that? Do you know yet? Okay, so just email me.
I have till tomorrow, well, Monday, but I finished the newsletter to, yeah, I'll let you know for sure.
Okay, just so that, and then you want me to spread the word, correct? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it's,
I always buy, I don't, because I buy a bunch of extra bags so I could just throw it outside of the eggs.
right,
if we get an overflow, and then I keep some aside for the kids that
Well,
don't
it's
get
kind of funny,
enough.
cause the past couple of years, they've picked up on it that Prairie Grove's first, so everyone gets there, and then they run here, which is, so, but now that.
Otherwise, I would've done it the same time as them.
Yeah, well, yeah, now that they're not having
The
one,
more
you
the
could be,
merrier.
you could be hit.
Yeah,
So,
good,
Yeah,
good. Anything else?
Just think we need to take a little bit more time to celebrate the fact that we just gave $100,000 back to our constituents. It's phenomenal. That's good work, and I can't say it enough. I know you guys, you know, we've all worked together, and I mean, that's $100,000 that we're essentially getting back. It's great work.
I agree.
Okay, so that was part of the abating that we already voted on. The Easter egg hunt is done personally, not township business. So we have no new business, correct?
Correct.
No, the comments can go in. The comments can go in.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, was I think we kind of overlooked the last line item. That's the best work that this board's done. I mean, giving it back. That's exactly why I do what I do.
Okay, number-
Mike, do you have a guy that's lowest on seniority that could be the Easter Bunny?
Prospect.
Or maybe
Let's do Gary.
roll dice?
Your family's not up for it anymore?
Oh, no. I've worn out my welcome for mascots. All right, number 15, any old business? No? Any public comments? No? Okay, my report is kind of just a reminder of the Easter egg hunt, and I am thrilled to be getting some work done down here. I am so excited, I can barely stand it.
It's overdue.
Yep. Yep,
What's the intent going forward?
as far as what?
What are you gonna do?
Well, he's gonna paint on Monday and get the paneling up to protect the walls. And then we have early voting for 2 weeks. And then he'll come back and put the trim up. He's painting up to the hallway, up there. Just clean this place up. And then rip up the floors and get some floors in.
That was in the quote? I didn't see the quote. I'm looking for it.
Douglas. Is it Douglas?
I don't think the scope of work was listed, just the,
Well, it just has like.
No,
labor
it's-
and
It
has-
says what he's doing.
It has sort of like a.
Douglas, that's his name.
What is the material we're putting on the floor?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Do you have that quote here? Because it wasn't here when I looked
I'll
at,
say it.
No, yeah, it wasn't. It's in there. It's,
it's not in our packets, it's
No, it's in
there,
here.
right?
it's on the voucher list.
Okay. I'll just look at it after, if that's all right.
I could, when I have, I mean, the paneling, I saw at Menards, and it goes up higher than that chair rail, and I figured it would protect the walls, and then put some trim on the corners to protect the corners. And then when I have flooring, I'll bring it in, you guys give me your 2 cents.
That'd be perfect.
But I'm so excited. Like beyond excited. That's all I have.
since COVID's been going on, do the seniors still come down
No,
here?
I haven't seen the seniors in a year.
Well, it'd be a nice surprise for them when they come back.
Yeah, well, I don't know, when I clean out their kitchen, they're not gonna be too happy about that, but I will keep it all for them to look at when they come back. I mean, you can't believe the stuff that's in there. Anyhow, Tony?
Just that the clerk continues to follow the attestation public act.
Mike, we could all recite that now, you know that, right?
That's what I continue to do.
We are completing or beginning to clean up from the winter, sweeping the roads. Starting to tear the liquid tanks off the trucks, get the summer trucks ready to go. And just moving forward with ground maintenance and our planned programs for this year.
Awesome.
We're going out to bid on asphalt, culverts, about it.
Thank you.
How many sandbags do we have in reserve?
Yeah.
We have 2,400 sandbags pre-filled stored at Prairie Grove Public Works. That's something else we're gonna be doing this year, is building a shelving system inside one of the barns off to the side that will house 4,500 sandbags, because Prairie Grove doesn't want them indefinitely. But after this year, we'll be storing 4,500 pre-filled sandbags, and we always inventory in more than 100,000 empty sandbags.
Let's hope we don't need that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thanks. Mark? Justin?
Well, I believe I'm the only loser in the room from our recent election, and I just wanted to congratulate everybody else in here. It has been a pleasure for me to serve with you guys on this board the past few years, and I look forward to my next few months and continuing to do what we do, and I'll be rooting from you, or for you, either from here or someplace else after that. But good election. Congratulations to everybody, and that the clerk continues to follow the attestation.
Rob?
I'm happy about the fact that we abated again. I don't know if it shows good practice that we're just asking for too much each time, or we're getting better at how we don't spend money. But I'm happy to see the amount of money that we are giving back to the taxpayers. I would like to see the flooring samples when you get them.
Absolutely.
Because I know we were talking about we needed to keep a little money extra in case to do that. And I spoke with Haig today at Exceed, and he had some examples for us for a high traffic area like this that would wear like
Great.
iron, so.
We'd love to see it.
Right. And then I had one question for Mike. How do you think Lily Pond Road went? Lily Lake Road, or whatever. The reason I ask is I know that a certain concrete contractor has been paid for the additional work that was required to be done out there. And the general contractor is having issues with the engineering company and how it was designed, and that the additional work shouldn't have been required and ended up being required. I'm just curious how you thought that project went out of 1 to 10.
About a -10.
Okay.
And I'm unaware of the situation you're talking about. My displeasure is with the sanitary district. And, all you have to do is drive Lily Lake Road to know that almost every butt joint is an issue. There's whoop-de-doos and bumps, and they got worse with frost. And I'm not even blaming it on the contractor. I think that perhaps the moisture content in the new material was so vastly different than what has been laid down there the last 30 years in place that it just needs to settle out for a season, and then they're gonna have to address all them joints at a later date, being this year. In regards to what you're saying, certainly look into it, because that reflects on the road district.
Right, because the project went so late, things required winter measures, and there were winter measure costs that were.
I know that I approved winter measure costs because there was no money in the budget for that to be done. And all the extras were on the road district. And I authorized the payment of I think it was close to $4,000 or something. I'm going by memory with the amount, but I know that I authorized extra money due to winter measures necessary.
Right. I'm just hearing it secondhand that there were issues between the engineers' designs and the general contractor's belief of how the project was going to be done. And unfortunately, as a sub, the money's being held. So.
the project was built substantially different than what it was originally designed. All the curb that was added was an afterthought, because the engineer missed well, in part, the engineer missed the sanitary sewer, but in addition to that, when asked for as-built drawings from the sanitary district, they provided deficient drawings. They weren't correct. And so the project was designed around their as-built drawings. And then when we got out there, we discovered that the sanitary sewer was much more shallow than their drawings indicated. So thus the curb was added in more locations. So the curb was an afterthought in all cases, you know, in order to shallow up the ditches.
Was the intent originally for continuous new road pavement from end to end? Or was it always supposed to be slabbed apart like that?
It was originally gonna be paved end to end, but when we got to the point where we were towards the end and we were trying to, the end of the original construction plans, we had to make cuts in order to fit within the allotted amount of money being granted to us from IDOT.
And all that cost is associated with improper elevations of the sanitary? Or was there additional things?
Well, wait a minute, now that, your follow-up question isn't,
But where did all the money, the budgeted money end up getting burned up that the whole road couldn't be done, other than the sanitary?
oh, well, at the time, we didn't have a sanitary conflict. At the time we were doing the original construction drawings and estimates, there was no sanitary concern because nobody had realized that there was a sanitary problem.
Right.
Or conflict.
That's what I'm saying, is that where all the excess money was utilized to cover the issue that caused?
There wasn't any excess money. There was only so many dollars allotted to begin with. And actually, the cost went down, when they added the curb and eliminated the ditching, because there was substantially less excavation that Curran was gonna have to do. They didn't go down a lot, but it did actually go down some. Now, engineering went up because we kept doing things over and over and over again. And thus why we had such, you know, overages in our professional services line item last year. Have I answered your questions?
Yes, no.
But the real bottom line here is, if the curb guy hasn't been paid, I am concerned about that. And if Curran isn't getting paid, I'm certainly concerned about that. So I'll be talking to HR Green tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
Well,
Tim.
Essentially just, again, reviewing the fact that we abated, that's over 10% abatement. Great role model that the town fund, the board is representing, is a great role model, almost like for the road district to follow that, abate back money if you can, trim back spending if you can. It'd be nice for you to join on to what the board has been doing and ask for less if you can, or give it back. That's all I got.
No, I'm, good, thank you. You're gonna have some very happy residents over off of Wagner with that issue finally getting resolved. And, I'm glad we're doing another budget workshop. That's open to the public, correct? The budget, we post it, right, and it's, okay.
It's very exciting.
I like crunching numbers. That's what I do all day.
All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. Third.
All right. All done, thanks, everybody.
Last and completing